This is Jon Faddis, American jazz trumpet player. Now, if you're looking for a guy that can play, and I mean play, conduct, compose, and is a great educator, you came to the right place. Now, this video will examine the life and music of Jon Faddis. Welcome back to my channel. Jon Faddis, born July 24th, 1953, is an American jazz trumpet player, conductor, composer, and educator, renowned for both his playing and his expertise in the field of music education. Upon his first appearance on the scene, he became known for his ability to closely mirror the sound of trumpet icon Dizzy Gillespie, who was his mentor, along with pianist Stan Kenton and trumpeter Bill Catalano. Jon Faddis was born in Oakland, California, United States. At 18, he joined the Lionel Hampton Big Band before joining the Thad Jones Mel Lewis Orchestra as lead trumpet. After playing with Charles Mingus in his early 20s, Faddis became a noted studio musician in New York City, appearing on many pop recordings in the late 1970s and early 1980s. One such recording was the Players Association's cover of Disco Inferno from their LP Born to Dance 1977, on which he plays trumpet. In the mid-1980s, he left the studios to continue to pursue his solo career, which resulted in albums such as Legacy in 1985, Into the Faddisphere in 1989, and Hornucopia in 1991. He became the director and main trumpet soloist of the Dizzy Gillespie 70th Birthday Big Band and Dizzy's United Nation Orchestra. In 1992 to 2002, Faddis led the Carnegie Hall Jazz Band, conducting more than 40 concerts in 10 years, during which time the Carnegie Hall Jazz Band presented over 135 musicians, featuring over 70 guest artists, and premiered works of over 35 composers and arrangers at Carnegie Hall. In 1997, Faddis composed the jazz opera Lulu Noir, which was presented at USA in Charleston, South Carolina, as well as the American Music Theater Festival in Philadelphia. Faddis appeared in the 1998 movie Blues Brothers 2000, playing trumpet with the Louisiana Gator Boys. In 1999, Faddis released the Grammy Award-nominated Remembrances, which was composed almost entirely of ballads and featured work from Argentinian composer-arranger Carlos Franzetti. Faddis also led the Dizzy Gillespie Alumni All-Stars and the Dizzy Gillespie Alumni All-Stars Big Band from their inception in 1998 through 2004, when he was appointed Artistic Director of the Chicago Jazz Ensemble, based at Columbia College, Chicago in Illinois. Faddis led the band from autumn 2004 through spring 2010, premiering significant new works, pioneering educational initiatives in Chicago public schools, focusing on Louis Armstrong's music, and bringing the band into new venues, while concurrently leading the Jon Faddis Jazz Orchestra of New York. In 2006, the Faddis Quartet released the CD Turanga, featuring guests including Clark Terry, Russell Malone, and Frank West. As of May 2010, Faddis leads the JFJONY, while continuing also to lead the Jon Faddis Quartet and the Jon Faddis Quartet Plus 2. His band headlined the Kennedy Center's New Year's Eve performance in December 2010, and also performed at the Kimmel Center in Philadelphia, the Performing Arts Center in Westchester, New York, and the Newport Jazz Festival, and other venues. Faddis is also a noted educator for jazz and the trumpet. Faddis has taught and continues to teach at the Conservatory of Music at Purchase State in Westchester, New York, where he teaches trumpet, classes, and an ensemble. He also leads master classes, clinics, and workshops around the world, often bringing students to his gigs and allowing them to sit in, and he has produced a number of CDs for up-and-coming musicians. In July 2011, he played a tribute to Miles Davis at the Prague Castle, hosted by the Czech president, accompanied by Lenny White on drums and Tom Barney on bass. Faddis is a Schilke performing artist performing on the Schilke Faddis model trumpet. He has played Schilke instruments since 1970, encompassing nearly his entire career and complete discography. On a personal note, I've always enjoyed Jon Faddis's playing. But in the last year, I've been doing some research on a future video showcasing my 10 favorite trumpet high note screamers, players of all time. And in doing some research, I revisited an album that Jon Faddis did in 1989, Into the Faddisphere. That title track, Into the Faddisphere, just made him an automatic addition to my top 10 favorite high note trumpet player slash screamers of all time. Now I also, in doing some research in the last year on trumpet players, that Jon Faddis's, two of his favorite trumpet players are two of my favorite trumpet players, and those trumpet players being Bill Chase and Maynard Ferguson. And I know he's been, deemed a Dizzy disciple. You can also hear his Bill Chase and Maynard Ferguson in his playing. They are two of my favorite trumpet players, and likewise two of his. So I just want to say, Jon Faddis, loving your stuff. In the future, you will be hearing Jon Faddis's name in a future video with those 10 favorite high note trumpet players slash screamers of all time. Jon, you're going to be on that top 10. And I just want to say, thanks for all the music. I hope you enjoyed this video on one of my favorite trumpet players, Jon Faddis. Now, if you've got a musician or band you'd like featured on this YouTube channel, pop it in the comments section. I'll make another video. Thanks for dropping by. Rock on.